paedophile cop traveled to London to sexually abuse an 8-year-old child. While on duty, a cop set up a trip for an underage victim to London in order to commit sexual assault on the youngster. An officer with the Greater Manchester Police suspected a mother of giving her 8-year-old daughter up for sex on a police station computer, so Detective Constable Lee Cunliffe utilized it. Shocking sexual activities on a youngster would be carried out in London by the 40-year-old police. In reality, the mother he was conversing with was an undercover police officer conducting an operation to catch child molesters. He admitted to a litany of sex offences while working for the Greater Manchester Police for 17 years. Cunliffe, a married parent, was sentenced to prison on Monday, January 12. In September 2020, the Metropolitan Police set up a sting operation to find out if he had sex with children. When Cunliffe, using the handle Steve S. Manchon 1 on Kick, a Met officer masquerading as Mel, initiated a discussion with him. Arthur Gibson, prosecuting, told Liverpool Crown Court that Cunliffe explained how he would persuade Mel's imaginary daughter, an 8-year-old girl, to carry out a number of sex acts on him. Cunliffe, a Bolton resident, assured Mel that he wasn't just make-believe. A paedophile fantasist is someone who talks about abuse all day but never travels or leaves their devices to abuse, one investigator noted. Curtis Cunliffe informed Mel that his profession allowed him to travel often and that he intended to spend 3 nights in London the following month. The court heard how Cunliffe described a second sex act he planned to perform on the kid as the conversation got more explicit. Fortunately, Operation Mosecc, a Met investigation, determined that Steve S. was in fact Lee Cunliffe, a GMP constable, and notified the authorities. Just before midnight on October 2, 2020, detectives swooped on Cunliffe and his iPhone at Swinton police station. Officers also investigated Cunliffe's house in Ash Lawns, Bolton, seizing a Toshiba laptop that had been used to examine files containing indecent photos of minors between 2014 and 2016. Discs from the department's high-tech crime unit were found on Cunliffe's laptop, which had been viewed while he was off-duty on April 20, 2020. Upon further examination, it was discovered that in the course of looking into a crime committed against an impressionable 15-year-old girl, Cunliffe had seen additional graphic photos that were shared with the public without her knowledge. This sparked a second investigation into Cunliffe. Cunliffe was a Swinton SID trainee when he was transferred to the Public Protection Unit to work on sex crime cases. The case was assigned to the defendant in July of this year, and he and his lover were both detained. An investigation was launched into his Samsung smartphone, as well as his Lenovo laptop. It was determined that Cunliffe lied to police when they returned the phone and forensic report to him after they were found to be empty, therefore the case was dismissed. In his report, he said that he had attempted and failed to contact the adolescent and her social worker. The suspect was informed that no further action will be taken. 227 obscene photographs and films of minors were found on both computers, including 155 of the most severe Category A images depicting disgusting sexual actions with youngsters. The boyfriend's laptop, which included the obscene photographs, was returned to the suspect, the court was informed. According to Mr. Gibson, the suspect became a subject of interest again, in January last year, when an IP address related to him was used to publish obscene photos online. CPS is examining whether to pursue charges against him, the court was informed. Even though he first refused to answer questions after his arrest, Cunliffe eventually confessed, saying that even though he felt sexual thrill during chatroom talks with Mel, he would not have committed any physical assault. Cunliffe, clad in a coat and tie, remained expressionless as he was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison. No family members were in court.